Hi, I'm Tom Welcome. Welcome back into the ASUG News Studio, sponsored by NTT Data. We are broadcasting live from TechEd and Decode in Las Vegas, and I'm delighted to have Steve Romero in the studio. Steve is going to talk to us about some of the things he's learning here at the conference. Steve, you run your own consultancy, Romero Consulting. Tell us a little bit about what you're passionate about right these days and how that maybe relates back to SAP.
Right, so what I'm passionate about these days, well, for the last 10 years, I'm an IT guy. Been an IT guy my entire career, but really what I've been passionate about in the last 10 years is how to ensure that the business gets the most value from their technology, from their investment in technology. So that's what I do. I spend my life, I spend my days trying to help organizations understand the mechanisms that enable them to do that. It's a very difficult task.
Yes, I'm sure.
A very difficult task. And working with SAP, especially now with the advent of HANA, HANA provides a great conversation starter for a lot of the things that I've been talking about for the last 10 years. It provides a great example of the game-changing things going on in our industry, where if we had the right decision-making mechanisms, the right relationship between IT and the business, we could exploit those advances very, very quickly, which is key.
Right. And you said, we talked a little bit about this, the days of the low-hanging fruit of IT are over. What does that mean?
Right, long time. So IT, when we first came in, when IT first evolved, we were all about efficiency and effectiveness, turning manual processes into automated processes. And heck, you go back to the advent of SAP, bringing in business processes that automated things that we were doing with slide rules, really dating myself here. And those days are long behind us. Unfortunately though, IT has established a long-held reputation of being only a source of innovation, of effectiveness and efficiency. Whereas IT, what they need to be known for today is how they can introduce strategic and competitive advantage to the business. Right. How they can help the business do things that they never imagined doing before. And again, that resonates very closely with conversations about HANA.
And that's what you're hearing at this conference. I mean, you said you were kind of surprised about the level of discourse that you've heard here, the conversations you've been a part of.
Right, and it was interesting because I go to Sapphire conferences, but I was a little curious as to why they were inviting me to a developers conference, because I thought it would be very much in the weeds. What I've been really encouraged by is the fact that they are having business-centric conversations with IT folks, and that's critical. I mean, I spend my days trying to help enterprises get their IT and their business people in one room, acting in a unified way, as one. And it's a difficult thing to do. In many cases, I'm trying to get IT to have an appreciation for what the business needs and what the business wants in their culture, and what they're trying to achieve, and doing the same thing with the business, trying to get them to have a good understanding of IT's constraints. So the idea that they're exposing developers to not just what the people in their businesses are asking them to do, but what they're actually trying to deliver to the customers, it's critical for IT having an appreciation and a concrete, acute understanding of that.
Absolutely.
So it's the keynotes, I was very surprised at how strategic they were. There were conversations that I would have with business executives and IT executives, and having an audience of developers participating in that level of conversation is really encouraging to me.
Well, it's amazing. It's interesting you say that, because there's probably been no greater time in SAP's evolution, 42 plus years, where the business and IT need together. I mean, HANA is a truly transformative prospect as a platform, as a database, and so if you're an SAP shop, there's no greater time. You need developers, you need enterprise architects, you need the business side, you need the CEO to really buy into this vision.
Very, very much so, and that's the other thing that's really interesting to me, and that's the thing I like to talk to SAP folks about the most, is who are they talking to? Because it's one thing to talk to the CIO, and the CIO getting excited about a new technology and bring it into the business, but not as many CIOs have the autonomy and the authority and the trust of the business to do that unilaterally. So then the question becomes, well, are you selling it to the business? And these are business conversations. But unfortunately, in many cases, we don't have the business's ear, and we have to go to the CIO. So I'm always curious, is it IT wanting to create a technology advance and make that available to the business? Is the business, do they have an existing problem that they want to solve, and they're waiting for something to solve it? And those are two very obvious inroads for HANA. The one that's most exciting to me though, is where you can bring this new technology in and now start scratching your heads and sitting in a room and go, forget the existing problems, forget this new technology, this capability, let's start imagining things we never imagined before. And actually look at how technology can change your business strategy, change what you're trying to accomplish as a business. IT's ability to get involved with that, provide a foundation for that, to provide the forms for that, can make it relevant again.
Steve, that's a great place to end there. I love that thought. I know that's right in your wheelhouse.
Right.
Follow Steve on Twitter. He's always got a lot of great things to say. Thank you for coming in. It was a pleasure.
It was good
to have
being
you.
here.
Thanks. For more customer stories and SAP insight, please go to asugnews.com.